aglow. Heartbeat.
6 teams will enter the ice at Mullet Arena tonight, but only one will emerge state champion from each level. D2, D3, JV, all back here on Championship Sunday at Mullet Arena. My name's Easton Stockford. Down at ice level, we have Mark Gutowski just below us, and of course, as always, Dr. Ben to my left on the sticks. And Mark, what a matchup we have between 6 awesome teams tonight, kicking it off at the JV level. Notre Dame taking on the Horizon Huskies. 1-2 matchup. What can we expect from these two teams?
I mean, both teams came from their semifinals game being only a 1-goal difference. Horizon beat Brophy 1-0. Notre Dame beat Flagstaff 2-1. So I think we can look to a lot of defense from both sides, but also some goal scoring. Maybe it's going to be a low-scoring game is what I'm expecting as we get ready for the anthem.
Yeah, anthem's coming here. Starting lineups, I'd imagine, are announced as well. We'll go down to ice level with the audio from the national anthem. Ready to go here at Mullet Arena. National anthem played. And Mark, the national anthem feels a little more special today. USA took down Canada in overtime with the golden goal. We saw a golden goal in this game last year when Brophy won the state championship. Do you think we get another one of those tonight in any 3 of these games?
Oh, it'd be nice to see one. You love it when it goes to an overtime or a shootout on a big game like this.
Jack Hughes with the golden goal. I'm sure everyone listening to this game already knows that happened, but in case you didn't, glad I could break the news for you.
Spoiler alert.
Sorry if you recorded the game to watch it back later. You look at these two teams, though, and Notre Dame's been dominant all year. These two teams have played 3 times, and Horizon has fallen all 3 of those times. Notre Dame has an 8-1 win, a 2-0 win, and a 5-2 win, but it is incredibly difficult to beat a team 4 times in one season. Coaches will talk to their players ahead of game time here on the big sheet at Mullet Arena. The whole thing's not open like the D1 state championship is, but still a pretty solid turnout for both sides, and still just special, Mark, to just play on this big sheet. It's such a different feel.
I mean, yeah, I remember last year being in the junior varsity freshman year, and you make it to that semifinal game, all you're thinking about is getting to play on the big ice and with the crowd, and it's very special for these players tonight, especially if you're a freshman, junior, sophomore, senior, it doesn't matter.
Starting lineups ready to go for both sides. In that, Cruz Williams for the Huskies. He's 8-2 this year. 2.5 goals allowed on average. Across from him, Ashton Cope, who's 19-2 with just over 1 goal allowed. Again, we are underway in the JV state championship from Mullet Arena. Notre Dame with possession right off the draw. It's Tomey with it. Tomey working around the outside. He coughs it up. Allison Dice with it now behind goal. Knocked off his stick momentarily and right into the glove of Cruz Williams, who will get a quick whistle. Another thing of note is when you look at the 2 benches, Horizon has significantly more players than Notre Dame does, but clearly hasn't been a problem for the state so far this season.
No, I mean, when you're playing with a short bench, usually you're not as conditioned, but Notre Dame Prep's been known to be a conditioned team, so I don't think it's going to affect them very much tonight.
Maybe playing with that shortened bench has conditioned them over time, as they have been short on players this year. Tied up along the wall now. Young digging away for it. Now tied up in the corner. Tomey chasing, rimmed all the way around. Now up to the point, sent on by Oberg, but that's blocked. Gramlich back to get it, trying to play in his forehand. He'll beat it around 1. Now Notre Dame looking to transition the other way. Oberg with it. Oberg cutting to the middle, slap him, high shot, he scores! Quick strike from the Stains. And it's Beckett Oberg who gets on the board first. Notre Dame leads 1-0.
I mean, yeah, you're going to see on the replay that he just does it. He gets a piece of that puck, but it somehow trickles past him. And that one's got to hurt if you're the goalie in the crease, especially when you get one early like this. It's nice, and it's a nice relaxation feeling when you can get that first one in.
Didn't take much. One of, if not, I believe the first shot of the game gets past Cruz Williams. Notre Dame off to a hot start, and they're still on the attack as this one's sent into the far corner by Cedar. Oh, Hayes along the wall. He'll advance it forward at the red line. Sent into the far corner now by Patchett. Whistle blown as this one will come all the way back. I believe offsides is going to be the call. If not, it was icing. Draw coming back to the left of Cruz Williams, who will have to try and find a couple saves here and get his feet back underneath him after giving up an early goal. Up to the point, Cedar sends one on, and that'll ricochet into the corner. Horizon trying to get it out, but hemmed in at the blue line by Broker. Still there along the blue line, this time coming with it is Rafferty. Over to Hayes, he sends one on, but that's blocked down. Nice slot now, Perkis trying to set it to the point. Up from Cedar, who will send it on, but that gets caught up in traffic. Perkis again, trying to go to the point. Now Rintamaki will advance it all the way down for Horizon. They'll get a needed change. A lot of pressure early on here, Mark, from the Saints.
I mean, yeah, but you're seeing Horizon kind of step up. They're eating shots. They're getting a little defensive with the stick, and they're going for the puck. And it's going to be interesting to see how the rest of this period plays out. Notre Dame's definitely keeping up the pressure, though.
Can't afford to get too far behind. They've lost all 3 games in rather dominant fashion to Notre Dame this year. They're going to try and keep it close going into the late stages of this game, but Notre Dame out to an early 1-0 lead.
And being a dominating team is nothing new to the Notre Dame Prep school or the teams. I mean, we saw D1, they Sorry, lost the words.
D1 claimed the state title. D3 also in the state championship. Here's a chance the other way. Oberg in on goal looking for his second. Can't find it. He has 26 goals now this year, 37 points after the opening goal. We saw Pinnacle win 3 state championships last year with 4 teams competing. Only one they lost, that was the JV level. Oberg lets one go, and he has another.
I mean, that's a nice goal. I mean, they create chaos. They're cycling the puck around, getting the goaltender move, as well as getting the defenseman and the offenseman and the defensive zone to move around, get an opening. They're able to put another one in the back of the net.
And we didn't get to talk about who the guys are for each side coming into this game. We didn't have a ton of time to do so, but Beckett Oberg was the name who stuck out on the scorecard. He leads the team in points, he leads the team in goals, and he has 2 in the biggest game of the season in the state championship. And Notre Dame's off to an early lead. But back to what I was saying, Pinnacle did win 3 out of the 4 they competed in last year. Notre Dame now has a chance to match that as a program if they're able to win tonight at JV, and then in the game after this at the D3 level. Every state championship will belong to the Saints except for Division II. So that one sent down for icing by the Saints. This one will come back to Horizon's offensive zone, and they're going to look for their first offensive possession of the game, try and get on the front foot here.
I'm sure you know what it's like to be in an organization that just dominates, and you win 3 out of 4. I mean, you were on that D1 team last year. I mean, that's got to be a great feeling knowing that 3 out of 4 of your teams won it, and at least 4 of them made it to the championship game.
And it's something you want to see as a program for growth as well. And when those D1 kids are gone and the seniors graduate, that the lower levels are there to step up, and they've had that success and been in the moments where they need to win. And that's something that is big for programs to see going forward, trying to win state titles.
And I mean, it shows a lot about, the program manager and the coaching and just the effort that they're willing to put in as a program.
Notre Dame trying to build on an already large margin here up too early on. Is this one thrown to the back door, but that doesn't find the tape of Hank Story, who's another name to look out for here tonight for the Saints. Cedar back to chase this one in the neutral zone. Hayes now with it. Goes across for Perkis. Now Story sent on. That sails just over the glass. Perkis picks it up along the half wall. He's sealed there. Bouncing puck in the high slot. Oberg picks it up. He lets another go. Looking for a natural hat trick in the first period. Not even eclipsing the halfway mark yet. Oberg dancing in the neutral zone. He'll cross the blue line, trying to split 2, but can't. Poked ahead by Story, right to a green jersey. New jerseys for Horizon, a bit of a brighter green compared to what they had last year.
You know what they remind me of, Easton? The sour apple Laffy Taffy. That's what it gives off.
Very bright green. Notre Dame in their classic old helmets, white jerseys. He's a chance for the Huskies as that one sent off the shoulder of Cope, and he has his first save of the game. A good chance there for Aiden Lloyd, who is by far the top dog on this Husky squad. Notre Dame trying to counter now, thrown from an off angle. That's blocked on their side by Williams. Going back to Lloyd, 24 goals in 20 games this season. He's been rather dominant, likely one of the main reasons that Horizon is here at Mullet Arena today. Horizon going to send this one down now for an icing, and will come all the way back to their end with 9:48 remaining in the first period. They have an early lead here, but how important is it, Mark? We've seen leads blown in the past. How important is it for them to keep their foot on the gas here and not get caught sleeping at the wheel?
I mean, it's one mistake. That's all it takes for Horizon to get back in this game, and then it's 2-1, and then it's 2-2. So I think they got to keep putting on the pressure and keep the foot on the gas.
Captain at the point by Hayes. Now there to get it is Patchett. Sent through the middle, but that's right onto the tape of Goads, who will bring it down the right side now. Goads sent up top. Patchett going to bang it down in deep. Rentamaki racing to get there. Has it momentarily. Chance in front, backhanded on. Good look there from Goads, but blocked. A good step by Cedar. Now Perkis trying to step around a couple, but that's knocked away from him. Rentamaki with speed now heading the other way. Bringing it outside, thrown to the front, easily handled by Ashton Cope with the left pad. Clearance here now from the Saints. Racing back, does it have the legs for icing? It just barely does. So now Horizon with a bit of life. A couple of shots on that last shift. They'll have an offensive zone draw here and need to try and keep their foot on the gas to get back into this one.
I mean, yeah, definitely. They're going to have an opportunity in this offensive zone draw to maybe set something up. Even if you don't score, just give you some shots on net and getting the goaltender move around. Shows them that, hey, we're still in this one. We have a chance.
And maybe a bit of a nerves from the Huskies, maybe grabbing the stick a little too tight early in this game. Obviously, it's a big game in the state championship, and that leads to nervousness, a bit of excitement, and sometimes that can get the better of players. Tomey down the left side, sent into the wall by Brown. Now a high slot shot, rebound. There they score! Hank Story on the rebound. Notre Dame with a 3-goal first period lead.
I mean, yeah, you just see that one. It's another one where the goalie gets a piece of it, and it just somehow trickles in. And it's just unlucky bounces like that will crush you in a game as big as this one.
Off to a great start. You can't ask for a better start if you're the Saints, can you, Mark?
No, not at all. I mean, you get a quick start, you get a big lead, especially earlier on in the period. I mean, we just brink the halfway mark, and you get that big of a lead. It's definitely something that gets the stakes going and gets you chatting on the bench.
Tomey now trying to add even further, but he's offsides. Feels eerily similar to their D1 squad as well in the season that they had. They were so dominant at the Division I level and able to just kind of waltz their way to a state title. And now this JV team with only 2 losses and a tie on the year has the driver's seat painted purple and gold. Into the neutral zone, Cedar being hounded as the forecheck from Aiden Lloyd came in. On the left side, Wentz with it. Trying to center one in front, but that's taken away by Perkis. Lloyd on the hash mark, thrown in front. That's paddled aside by Cope. Now Wentz in the corner looking for another pass in front. Can't find it once more. Second chance effort to Lloyd. Can't find it. Slot shot again. That one's blocked in the high slot by Perkis. Patchett able to keep it in. Cedar now working around to the right side of the cage. Wentz able to take it away momentarily, but now Hayes will pick it up. Hayes taken away from him momentarily. A whistle blown. Looks like we have a player down in the corner.
I didn't really get a chance to see what happened.
Out of my vision from up here, can't quite tell who it is, but hopefully they're okay.
Just asked Horizon's coach, and I guess, it must have been something tight on the boards because I don't think anyone here really saw what happened.
Slowly boarding their feet and eventually popping right back up. That's Aiden Lloyd, who's in some discomfort.
He's grabbing at his jaw right now, so.
Don't know if he got caught up high and maybe thought he was leaking a little bit, but appears to be okay now that he realized he's not cut up. So good to see him spring up there, and he'll stay out on the ice. They're going to tell him he cannot stay out on the ice just because he did go down with injury and stop the play. That is the USA Hockey rule, unfortunately, for Aiden Lloyd.
Yeah, I just took a look at the replay. Looks like he got hit, a hip check, and then he kind of knocked his face on the boards a little bit. So, I mean, but going back on what you said about having to be told to get off the ice, that's a really big pride thing. I mean, you don't want to hurt your pride, and when you get hurt like that, the last thing you want is to get up and have to get off and get pulled.
Especially as a leader on that team, to see him try and pop up and play has got to give his team a little bit of life and inject some energy into them. Hayes from below the goal line. He'll rim it all the way around. Rafferty will pick it up on the far wall. Ridamaki sends it in deep. Puck skitters up to the top of the circle. Steele will rim it around. Ridamaki can't handle it. Now Cedar will come away with it. Cedar still with it across the red line. He'll bring it down the left side. Trying to drive to the blue paint. Sends one on, but that's squeezed to the post by Cruz Williams, who will get a whistle. And a big save there from Cruz Williams to get his feet underneath him there. Giving up 3 goals early, trying to find his footing a little bit early in this one.
You know, and like you were saying, when maybe it was a nerves thing, you know, the nerves hit him hard, and it's taken him a little bit to kind of find his groove, and maybe that's what we're saying is him starting to find his groove and fit in.
Notre Dame trying to set up offensively again. Brown will whip it around. That'll end up with Zahn. Moves ahead. Chaplik with it now through the middle. He'll find Olbrich. Olbrich sashaying around a couple, but he'll cough it up eventually. And again, sent in deep by Olbrich. Penalty coming here. This one's going to go on Cruz Williams. It's going to be an interference call. Moore was trying to get to the puck, and he stuck his arm out and held him back as Horizon will touch up. So Williams going to go for hooking. He can't believe it, but that seems like a pretty clear call to me. He stuck his arms out and slowed him down. You have a look at the replay right here, and he just kind of stuck his stick out and grabbed him.
I mean, yeah, it's penalties like those that you can kind of control that you just can't take. In a big game like this, you're giving Notre Dame an opportunity to put another one on the board and go up 4-0 going into the second period.
Notre Dame's power play has been one of the best in JV this year. 10 power play goals for them on the season, firing at a 25% clip. Sealer will race back off the draw to pick it up. And now Horizon with some offensive presence here, down 1 man. Right up behind the goal, battling in there is Young. Eventually coming away with it is Oberg. Oberg behind goal now. Moves ahead, Zahn with it. Now Young through the middle, finds Sealer. Sealer trying to stretch it out to Oberg ahead, but that gets away from him. That will go down for icing. Not the start you want to see if you're the Saints in those first 40 seconds of the power play. What were you seeing down there, Mark?
I mean, they're kind of just running around. They're trying to set up, and Horizon wasn't really giving them the opportunity or time of day. So I think if you're Horizon, you're just going to try and win this draw, hold the puck off, maybe take it to the neutral zone and kill this penalty off, as you are allowed to ice it in this league.
They're going to have an offensive zone, Charles, so time to choose some more clock, and a good win there by Rintamake. And now a puck popping out in front. Shot on there, but glove save by Cope, as that was Marsigian on the opportunity.
And that's a textbook save for him, you know. Straight from the outside to his right and gets the glove on it.
Made it look rather easy as well. That was probably Horizon's best chance of the game, but easily handled by Ashton Cope. Rintamaki on the draw. As that one will be won back by Notre Dame this time. Hayes with it now. Hayes running to the wall. He turned last second. And a good forecheck here from the Horizon penalty kill. Only one shorthanded goal for them on the year, but looking like they're in search of another and trying to find some momentum to get back into this game. Notre Dame in transition now, looking to go the other way. Is Rafferty thrown on? That's handled by Williams, and a clearance from the Huskies will send it all the way down. Cope thought it was icing, forgot that you can't ice it in AHSHA. Kind of a confusing rule for some players because you can't do that in travel. Tied up on the wall, Winson there, trying to eat some clock as well. This one will come out to the point for Drake. Sent down, but that's blocked by Moore. Now Gramlich will rim it up. Drake keeping it in. Wentz down the left side now, trying to throw it in front. That's off the boot of Gramlich. Banked ahead. It'll be all the way back for Drake. We'll hold on to it. Now send it down. Bounce to the middle. Here's a chance the other way. Patchett in on goal. Stuffed by Cope. Rebound opportunity was there, but taken off, and Wentz went flying into the goal. Well, what a save by Ashton Cope as a breakaway from Aiden Lloyd. And Cope had the answer to Horizon's top goal scorer.
That was a great rush by Horizon. They just got off the penalty kill, and they take a chance right away, and they don't.
They've almost been more offensive on that penalty kill than they were 5-on-5 to start the game.
Yeah, I mean, maybe there's some kind of life on the bench. You know, they've gotten the nerves out. Notre Dame didn't really look like they had much nerves, but Horizon, you could see them in warm-ups. They're a little nervous. They're missing a few passes, but it looks like they're finding their groove.
Sent on, rebound right there, chance on the doorstep, they score! A thumping from Notre Dame in this first period, and Chase Tomey gets their fourth of the frame.
I mean, yeah, they failed to deliver on the power play, but goaltender comes out of the crease not too wide, but Horizon's going to call a timeout. But we saw on that goal, it's five holes wide open. He slid out trying to make the save, and Notre Dame's offenseman read that play perfectly and went 5-hole.
Big rebound out in front for Tomey. He made no mistake on it going 5-hole. 4-goal first period. And Notre Dame just has to keep their foot on the gas now. And Horizon, this timeout, a lot has to change after this timeout in order for them to get back into this one. But I will say crazier things have happened in this league. We've seen 4-goal comebacks. We saw one in the D1 playoffs and the semifinals, as Dr. Ben put the camera on me there. Didn't realize it, but we saw one when Mountain Ridge took on Vassar Perry. They came back down from 4 goals on the power play and scored one with 8 seconds left to win. So Horizon by no means is out of this game. Mark in trying to listen to what's being said by head coach Andrew Lillard at the timeout, as I'm sure he's not the happiest with his team, trying to find some type of spark to turn this game around.
I mean, all I heard was the Horizon coach was very livid on the bench, and he's just trying to get his players to take a hit, take a penalty if you have to. Just get something going, get a bump, and set some kind of tone that Notre Dame prep is clearly already set.
3:48 left for Horizon to get some momentum. Here's a chance at the high slot, and that's sent just wide. Whistle came on the play for offsides. This one will come back out to the neutral zone. Maybe a lucky break there for Horizon, although Broker did put it just wide. This one going to come all the way back to Notre Dame's defensive zone. Another story from Notre Dame's side is a pair of brothers on the bench at the JV and D3 level. The 2 Kaplan brothers are coaching this team. They're fathers and uncles alike to that whole Kaplan tree. Colin Kaplan, Chase Kaplan, Justin Kaplan, and Adam Kaplan. Very close family, and chance to bring home a little more hardware. Justin Kaplan got his rink just a couple weeks ago in this same building, and his uncle and his father now looking for theirs. Sent through the middle, that's taken away. Horizon will look to transition, they'll send it in deep. Brown trying to get it on the forecheck. This one rimmed around to Oberg. Pressure from Horizon. Oberg still with it. Still send it through the middle, trying to find Broker, but can't. But this one will not have the legs for icing. Patchett going to send it up the near side boards. Poked ahead. Nice move there from Garvey. Garvey sent below the goal line. Oberg racing to go get it. He'll chip it ahead. Good look there at Rafferty now in transition. Rafferty sautés one on goal. Williams able to squeeze it there. Almost squeaked through, but somehow able to slow that one down just enough to keep it out. 2:35 remaining.
And that's sort of been his problem throughout the night, is he gets those pucks and they just bounce off of him. They get past him somehow, but luckily he was able to bear down on that one.
4-goal lead for the Saints with 150 seconds. I don't know if everyone heard that, but I heard a little feedback from one of the coaches down there saying 4 goals ain't nothing. And that's either a message to keep the foot on the gas for one side, or we can come back from the other.
And I like to give credit where credit is due. That was actually the assistant captain of Horizon. And, I mean, that kind of shows the sense of captains that Horizon has. You know, you're trying to get your boys going. You're trying to get your teammates willing and ready for almost what is war.
Notre Dame looking to tack another one on. Hayes coming the other way with it, but that'll be offsides. And it is war, Mark. And in these games, they mean so much to every one of these players. You work a whole season. You work multiple years. You're at the same school for 3 or 4 years. And high school hockey just means a little bit more because of that. Draw coming back to the neutral zone after the offsides. Young to take it for the Saints. He'll win it right back to Gramlich. Vance fanned on by a Husky now along the wall. This one will go up and down the near side boards momentarily. Still tied up there. Now up to the point. Gramlich fanned on it though. Lloyd might have had a step, but he was dragged down. And he's slow to his feet again. It pops right back up eventually. Now Horizon trying to go the other way as they have a chance. Allison Dice charging ahead as he runs a man over, and this one will be sent below the goal line. Right up on the wall. Wheel in, stepped around. Tomey coming the other way. Trying to get around Allison Dice, sent on goal, but that's blocked aside by Williams.
Lloyd still looks like he's a little shooken up still. He's kind of laboring every time he takes a stride. And maybe has a little bit of a chip on his shoulder looking to return the hit.
Sent on goal, saved by Williams. Rebound goes careening into the corner. Allison Dice now racing to get there. Here's Allison Dice. He finds Lloyd, but he can't crowd on his backhand. He will be out the icing, though. Looking for a centering pass in front, but he can't fly. Marsignia.
I mean, that was a great look by Lloyd. He sees someone crash in the crease, and he puts it to the front of the net. Unfortunately, they weren't able to tap it in.
Oberg now thrown on goal. Blocker saved by Williams. Oberg looking for his third of the game. Off-angled shot from Tomey there. Now behind the goal. Shoved on the backhand there by Story. But again, Williams has the answer as he seems to have settled in a bit more later on to this third period. 19 seconds remaining before the first intermission. There will be no ice cut after this intermission, but after the second one, there will be.
And we're starting to see Notre Dame prep getting a little more chippy throughout this period. And I think they're just trying to get another power play. Maybe get Horizon to retaliate so they can go on the power play and put another one in and extend their lead.
Oberg sent on. That one's just wide of the far post. Now Brown trying to get it out, and he will. Here's a 2-on-0 the other way. Brown has help with them. It's Wentz. Brown and Wentz in on goal. Brown will throw it on, but a blocker saved by Ashton Cope. And time will expire on the first period. A dominant 20 minutes from Notre Dame. They lead 4-0. And Mark, what do they need to do to get back into this one?
Be physical, draw penalties, get Notre Dame prep to retaliate some kind of way so you can get on the power play. When it's 5-on-5 hockey, Notre Dame prep just knows how to play and dominate. But on 5-on-4, they kind of messed up on their power play a couple times. And maybe it was just nerves, but I think Horizon, if they get on the 5-on-4, that's their best chance of getting back in this game.
Big save from Ashton Cope at the end of the first period. 4 goals, though, for the Saints as they lead 4-0. We'll have about a 30-second break and be back after this. .15 minutes gone, 15 more up on the clock. Second period of play, moments away from starting. 4-0 the score from Notre Dame. Mark, why do they lead in this game? What have they done so well to get out to a 4-0 lead?
I mean, they've moved the puck around. They made Horizon's goaltender move in his crease and get lost. And most of their goals have been on the ice, just one-to-one, setting it up and getting the defenseman to move around so they can get an opening.
See if they have more of the same in the second 15 minutes of this game. They're right off to a hot start. Here's Tomey. On the outside, bodied off the puck. A big hit there by Patchett. Now Horizon look to make something out of it. King working down the left side. On his backhand, he'll bring it around, trying to shovel one in front. And Cope able to hold strong to that post. Now Cedar the other way. He trucks through one, now across the blue line. into the offensive zone. Whistle blown, offsides. So draw will come back out to the neutral zone. Close offsides there. You saw a Story there on the replay, just inches ahead of it. But another good start for the Saints. No shots on goal, but they've definitely looked like the more complete team to this point. Draw one laterally. Oberg going to be able to step into it. Oberg walking in, pulling, shooting, and he put it just off the glass. Horizon trying to get it out, but they can't. Whipped in the air. Oberg kicks it to his stick. Trying to send another one on, but that's knifed away. As Allison Dice will lay a hit. Back up top for Oberg. Oberg walking in, lets one go. Glove save by Williams as he got that one with the trapper.
That was a good save by Williams through traffic. I mean, you can't see the puck very well, and your defensemen are kind of scrambling in your way. And I mean, on that play, Horizon's defensemen are really in his way of vision, and you couldn't really see it, but he was able to get a glove on, and that's quite impressive.
It's definitely settled in more towards the later stages of the first period and the early stages of the second. They're going to need him to come up big down the stretch if Horizon wants a chance to get back into this game.
And I mean, once you realize this is your last game of the season, you kind of remember that, and there's nothing to lose, and the nerves kind of fade away.
Right up on the wall. Up to the point. Oberg will keep it in. He'll walk the line. Pulls the break. Sends one through traffic, but that's blocked down in front. Backhand rebound chance. Williams tries to pounce on it, but it skitters into the corner. Now Oberg up top. Sent through. Another stop by Williams. Again through traffic. Perkis up to the point. Sent on again. Rebound still there. Drake able to come away with it, and he'll get it out of the zone. Now Drake charging forward from the back end. This one will work its way through the neutral zone. Now Broker sends one on, but that's right into the gut of a Horizon defender. Send far side. Zahn with it, walking in, sends one on, but that's waffle board to the side again by Williams. Zahn again sent to the front, but that goes just wide. Now Patchett going to clear it all the way down off the stick of Gramlich, so no icing. Brown going to give chase. Hayes reverses it back around for Gramlich. Gramlich at the half wall. Sent to the middle. Chaplik now across the pitchfork. Chaplik looking far side. Has a seam look. Walking in with the chances more, but he'll hold on. Centering pass in front, but he can't find anyone. Zahn trying to come away with it, but can't. Now Hayes will just send it back in deep from the other side of the red line, and that will be icing.
And I mean, Horizon's bench is to my right here, and I'm hearing their players just kind of talk to themselves and their fellow teammates just saying, why don't we hit them? Why aren't you, like, just very frustrated to see that Notre Dame's just kind of walking around them right now, and their defensemen, when they're in the defensive zone, and there's not much body contact coming from Horizon this game.
Hasn't been a whole lot of resistance on the defensive end. They'll look to do something offensively here, though, off the icing. Oberg had it off the draw. This one sent up to the point. Now supporting a huge hit as Tomey came flying through. Now Andrew Lillard not happy about that. I think he wanted a call there. That one will go down for icing.
Yeah, it was sorry to cut you off, but that was definitely a risky play there. I mean, he kind of left his feet to make the hit, but it's what it takes to set the tone, and he got away lucky on that one.
Finished his hit at the point. Maybe not in the cleanest manner, but no calls to come of it regardless. Draw will come right back to where it came from, to the right of Ashton Cope.
And I mean, fortunately for Horizon and Notre Dame Prep, and the referees are kind of calling it loose, which is, as a hockey player, I don't know about you, but I do enjoy it a little looser.
Rebound chance. Cope with a diving save. Coming across there to get it with the paddle. Well, really the best chance of the game for the Huskies is Rinda Tamaki had a sitter on the back door, but Cope just took it away in an instant. What a save that was. Draw again, back to the right. Notre Dame trying to make some late substitutions, but officials trying to put a stop to it as Tomey will have to come back out. Perkis will be sent back to the bench.
And that is sort of irritating as a coach when you're trying to get players out there and the refs maybe you're a little too late. You weren't paying attention as much, and they just don't let you get that fresh set of legs out there like you would like to.
That's the advantage Notre Dame has of getting the last change, but didn't get the change off before the ref put his hands down. Just the rule is this one sent just wide. Rebound bounces back in front, but cleared away by Rafferty. Now Story with an opportunity the other way. Digging along the wall. Allison Dice there as well. That's picked up by Drake. Drake's still with it, but eventually nudged off of it. Broker will send it down for Zahn. Couple of hits laid along the wall. Now sent to the high slot. Rafferty trying to pull, but again, here's a chance the other way. King might have a step. Streaking to the hash marks, trying to let one go, and he put it just wide. Huge opportunity for Jeremy King. Another one sent in front. Rebound still there, thrown on, but Lloyd couldn't find the mark.
And it looked like he was trying to play someone just over his right pad, and unfortunately went wide.
Didn't miss by much. Zahn leveled there off the puck, arm in the air, now penalty coming. We'll go down for icing. And Horizon's going to go to the kill. We'll see who gets the penalty. I'm not sure who. It looks like it's going to be Samuel Allison Dice. Notre Dame going to have their second opportunity on the power play. But that first power play, penalty kill for Horizon, almost looked better than the 5-on-5 unit did.
Coach is not very happy down here, as well as the player who took the penalty. And he was kind of signaling his shoulder. I think he was trying to tell the referee that he used his shoulder. I don't know quite what the call was, but it is an offensive zone draw.
I think he's also upset the fact that the one hit by Tomey didn't get called either, and then that one did. Horizon going to have to kill off a penalty here. That's on the backhand. That'll be cleared out just to the red line, though, as Hayes will keep it in and go across to Tomey. Tomey now behind the cage. Chipped ahead for Perkis. Stepping into it. Now a chance the other way. 2-on-2 break for the Saints. Young sent on, but that's deflected over top. Along the wall now. Still digging away for it. It'll pop up in the air. Goads with it. Now Zahn on the left side. Kicked back for Hayes. Hayes goes one more across. Tomey through the middle. Seam look, but that's swatted aside by Patch. It will send it the length of the ice. 60 seconds gone on Notre Dame's power play. And they haven't yet gained the zone. Along the wall, Young turned over. Careening around in the high slot. This one will be sent back to Tomey. Notre Dame trying to find a way to break it out or regroup it clean and gain the zone, but can't. That one held in by the linesman, though. And now Story will chip it in. Vitagliano had it on the wall momentarily. That one sent on goal towards Williams. But Cruz Williams able to smother that one. 34 seconds left on the power play for the Saints, and that was their first shot of the power play, and struggled on the first attempt as well. Mark, what are you seeing from their power play down there?
Well, first of all, I'm covering my face, trying to not get messed up down here. Pucks are all over the place, but Notre Dame prep, big opportunity like always when you're on the power play, and they're certainly getting it in the offensive zone draw. Just not as many shots as Horizon's PK is sort of starting to wake up in this game.
Up to the point now for Gramlich, who will send it back down. Drake racing to get there, and he will. Fans on it. Before it goes back. And Horizon is able to clear. Rafferty. Everyone stays on sides down the left side. Now centering pass in front, up in the air, but that's cleared away. Now Story at the point. Sent through traffic, tipped down by Rafferty, but it'll eke just wide. Only the half wall now, Rafferty trying to bring it on the pass for more. Horizon back to full strength. Story able to keep it in at the point. Sent across. Gramlich sends one through. Couple bodies in front. Backhand after Williams still there, now behind the cage. Poking away out of that one, scooped up though as Broker tried to jam it on the near side, and Williams able to get a stop.
That's a good job by Williams to get his players and a break and sort of kill that play as they're definitely starting to lay it on the goaltender.
Horizon with another successful kill. 8:43 remaining in the second period. No score so far in the middle frame. The 4 first period goals from the Saints are the only ones that hang on the board. Tied up at the dot now, moved up to the point for Hayes. Hayes sent through, that's blocked by Lloyd. Now Zahn up top for Tomey. Sent through traffic, but that misses the mark. Now Hayes stepping down to the top of the circles. Williams able to get that one with the paddle, and he'll put a glove over it. Another whistle, and another defensive zone draw for Horizon. Perkis will take the draw against Aiden Lloyd, who has had a couple great opportunities for the Huskies, but probably the guy they're looking to get them on the board. Hayes sends one across, barely kept in at the point by Tomey, and a howitzer from the point, but that's gloved through traffic by Williams. A real good job to track that one in.
I mean, Notre Dame Prep's kind of realized they can take their time in the offensive zone. It doesn't look like Horizon's laying that much pressure on, and Notre Dame Prep, my bad, is able to just kind of walk around them and move the puck around them, so they're starting to shoot a little less and just try and look for those opportunities as they know that they can take their time with the puck.
And another offensive zone draw here. They've had quite a bit of offensive zone time. They'll win it back, but this will come back to their own end. Tomey brings it around. Able to advance it. Now Allison Dice with it. And he'll send a high flip off the glove of Young. Now Wentz trying to muscle it forward, but he's bumped off by Story. Story sent through the middle. And Tomey had it momentarily, squeaks it around one, but eventually Horizon is going to end up with it and send it in deep. Go to the middle, chance in front, put just wide. Good opportunity there for Rintamaki. I couldn't find the mark as he got a lucky break in front. Whelan moves it ahead. Steele bumps him off. Now to the middle for Wentz. Wentz trying to slip around one, but taken off the puck by Moore, who will send it all the way down, and it will have the legs for icing. 7:11 remaining before the ice cut. Still nothing doing in this second period. Horizon has definitely looked better in this second period, Mark, but what have they been missing to find the back of the net here?
I mean, honestly, there's a handful of things. Just getting out of their zone is the main thing. Like I was saying a bunch of times earlier, Notre Dame Prep's just kind of able to, there's no urgency with Notre Dame Prep, and they don't really need it because they're able to just kind of control the puck, look around, but when Horizon gets in their zone and the offensive zone, they're quick to shoot and often leads to break or turnovers like this one.
Rafferty poked ahead. Rafferty all alone. And he's stopped. Big save by Williams with the left pad. Now Lloyd looking to counter. Steps around Gramlich. Aiden Lloyd the other way. 2-on-0. He's in. He put it just over top. Trading blows both ways. Neither team can score. Man taken down from behind. No arms in the air as Goads is slow to his feet. Now all the way back to the corner. Gramlich will pick it up through the middle for Zahn. Zahn working her way in. Lets one on off the crossbar. That one caught a stick in front, but almost went in off the deflection. Now sent through the middle. Gramlich on the back end. Sent through, but that's knocked away. Drake battling in the corner. That one thrown in front. Milton trying to get a swipe at it. Story sends one on. Tipped in front, but somehow went through the crease and stayed out. Along the wall. One hit slip, sent in deep. Horizon will go chase it. Milton bumps into one. That one's sent all the way around for Rafferty. Now ahead for Story, but they can't connect. Allison Dice will just send this one right back in. Milton, first one there on the half wall. Thrown on front. Rebound there. Brown shoots and he couldn't find the mark. Again, sent through the middle. Chaplik now. Backhands it ahead for Story. Story trying to center one in front. Can't find any white jerseys. As Young will battle along the wall as well. In the high slot. Story now drags around one, but can't hold on to it. Now sent down, another man down on the play. Looks like Milton slow to his feet. Notre Dame offsides. Whistle will be blown as they don't touch up, and this one will probably come all the way back to their end of the ice.
I think Horizon's definitely starting to get more prominent with their physicality. We've been seeing them go into the corners with their heads up, looking to hit someone, ready to be hit. And they're finishing their checks. They're getting a little chippy and behind the play, some pushing and shoving, a little bit cross check here and there. And I think they're trying to wear down Notre Dame prep or maybe even draw a penalty.
They've definitely had more opportunities this period than last period, and definitely have looked like a more competitive team compared to Notre Dame, and they're just looking for one bounce to break through. They've had a couple really good looks, but just haven't been able to find the back of the net. Hayes will backhand this one over. And up for grabs along the half wall now. Rintamaki comes away with it momentarily. That's advanced ahead. Unable to keep it at the blue line. Here's Zahn the other way. 2-on-1 chance at Theory. Perkis now streaking to the blue paint. On the backhand, he put it wide. Garvey along the wall. Poked ahead. Here's a chance the other way once again. Rintamaki on his backhand. He'll float one on. Didn't have a ton of options. And as a result, it'll be turned over. And very close for too many men. It looked like it might have been, but refs will let it slide, I guess, and did not see it. Moore through the middle. Perkis now sends one all the way across. Can't find Moore, though. Drake behind the cage. On the tape of a Husky. And through the middle once again. Story and Broker both there. Couple bodies collide along the wall. Garvey will send this one all the way down, and we'll have enough pricing. So just over 3 minutes and 30 seconds remaining before we go to our one and only ice cut of this game. Horizon still trails by 4. What do you need to see from them in these last 3.5 mark?
I mean, just physicality. Wear down your opponent going into the ice cut. I mean, they're at the advantage to get that ice cut, kind of a reset button for them. And I think they're just trying to muscle their way into the intermission in this period, the last 3 minutes.
It doesn't seem like they're too far off. They've had the opportunities, just feels like they need to break the ice, and the floodgates could open for them. Definitely have played better in the middle period. This one sent up to the point, Gramlich. And that's sent right back down low. Here's Wentz. One's floated ahead, no icing off the tip. Young going to be the first one there for the Saints. Off to the half wall, that's intercepted by Wentz. Thrown in front, Brown with a chance, but he can't get a swipe at it. Puck hops in the air, another one in front. On the backhand again, Wentz, and that one covered up by Cope as Wentz did not get all of it. Another good look for the Huskies. But again, just a missed opportunity, and they have not been able to get through. Lloyd will take the draw. Top unit out there for the Huskies now. Lloyd on the draw. He'll win it back to the point for Welland. Welland fans on it. Second effort. He can't keep it in. Now a counter here from the Saints. Here's Perkis. Perkis looking through the middle but can't find it. Now King trying to advance it, but Hayes able to keep it alive. Sent down low and all the way up. Now Tomey back in his own zone. Sent far side for Hayes. Picked up by Zahn. She's knocked off by King. Hayes picks it up in the neutral zone. King gets to stick to it, but Hayes holds on. Well, this one will skitter back to Horizon's end. King going to send it forward. Lloyd can't quite find it. No icing on the play. Just over 2 minutes remaining. Marasigan off the side of the cage. Now Young with it. Taken off his stick by King once again. Marasigan trying to back one ahead. Can't find it. Lloyd walking in. Lloyd lets one go. Big safe. Cope rebound there. Marasigan gets a swipe at it. That one went off the post. Now Lloyd down in the corner. Second time he's gone down in this game, and he's slowed his feet. We'll get a whistle.
Yeah, he was bumped into the boards quite hard there. And the biggest issue wasn't the initial contact for him. It was the amount of time he had between, or space he had between him and the boards, and hit the boards pretty hard there. Luckily, he got up after the whistle, but he is definitely a little shaken up.
It looked like Tommy gave him a solid shove there that sent him off balance, as you saw in the replay there. Draw will come out to the neutral zone because it was a Horizon player who got hurt. And Tamaki on the draw against Young. One back, but Goads will step through. Gramlich now in the corner, trying to chip it ahead, but Rintamaki's there. Drake battling at the point as well. Drake with it now, trying to center one, but can't. Milton battling in the corner. Well, Rafferty comes away with it. Was sent back down low. Gramlich will pick it up behind the cage. Just under 90 seconds remaining as Gramlich shoves one aside. Moved ahead. Rafferty on the backhand, chipped forward, hops away from one. Now Young trying to how he's in a foot race with Rintamaki. Tamaki fends him on. Young sends one from a sharp angle. Well, that's thwarted rather easily by Williams. Gramlich unable to keep it in, so whistle will blow for offsides. Draw comes back out to the neutral. 63 seconds left before we get an ice cut. Still no score in the second period. The Notre Dame still leads 4-0 after their first period onslaught. Perkis will take the draw against Lloyd. Lloyd trying to win it forward and sent through the middle. Zahn racing to get there with King. Notre Dame offsides. They'll have to tag up, but Hayes will elect to just touch it and take another draw with 53 seconds remaining.
Looks like Horizon just wanting this period to end. Get in that intermission, have a talk with their coach, and maybe regroup and get something going. Maybe a play set up or a breakout, just something.
Tied up at the dot. Lloyd bats it forward, but back to Hayes. It'll be picked up by Tomey. Tomey flips it ahead. All the way back to Horizon's possession. Allison Dice digging away at it. Now Hayes able to keep it in. King firing as well. Trying to chip it ahead. Zahn left behind for Hayes. Hayes sends one on. Easily handled by Williams. Chaplik tried to get the rebound, but a good box out in front by Patchett. Draw to the right of Cruz Williams now. 24.5 remaining. Notre Dame maybe looking for one more in their first of the second period. Heading into the intermission. Puck bounces. Brown on the backhand trying to bat it out. Allison Dice will pick it up in the corner and hammer it all the way around. Hayes able to keep it in with just under 10 remaining. Here's Lloyd. Lloyd, 5 on the clock. Driving in, looking to the front. Brown can't get there. 3 remaining, and again, Lloyd hard into the boards. As that one will go off the paddle of Cope and mark the end of the second period. And mark another opportunity for Horizon as they almost, you could argue, won the second period there. Had plenty of opportunities, but how are they going to have to break through in the third and come back from this 4-goal deficit?
It was definitely Horizon's period, the second period. They're kind of more waking up. They're definitely more physicality, but I think they're just going to keep doing what they're doing. They did go this period, win this third period, and they'll win the game.
Notre Dame 4-goal lead heading into the intermission. We'll have an ice cut and be back with you after this break. $15 more minutes until a JV state champion and our second state champion of 2026 is crowned. Notre Dame and Horizon duking it out right now. Notre Dame leads 4-0, firmly in the driver's seat, but a much better response from Horizon in that second period. They had more chances. They had more opportunities. Just have to find a way to put pucks in the back of that to keep it plain and simple. My name's Easton Stockford. With me at ice level is Mark Katowski, currently working on getting his headset on. So there he is. Mark, you can hear me down there. And now teams are about to come out. 4-0 is the score. What does both teams need to do coming into this final period of play to come out with a win tonight? Apparently Mark cannot hear me, but Notre Dame has got to keep their foot on the gas, and they need to keep playing hard. They've been playing physical, and they've been playing well, and opposite them, Horizon just needs to find a way to turn it around. They need to make Notre Dame touch the puck and skate 200 feet every time they do touch the puck and find a way to stay physical and pop one early on and get their way back into this one. Mark, what are your thoughts going into the third period?
I mean, Horizon played a physical second period. I think if they play another physical period, they'll have a chance in this game. You're never out of the game until the final buzzer. 4-0. I mean, like we heard the coaches and the players say, 4-0 isn't anything. I think if they keep peppering this goaltender, he'll eventually make a weird bounce, make a mistake, and they'll be able to capitalize off of it.
And you look at Cruz Williams, struggled in the first period, but held Notre Dame scoreless in the second period, had quite a few good saves. What have you made of his game so far and the way he's bounced back?
I mean, yeah, he's a great goaltender, and he's let those weird bounces go through him, but he's definitely started to bear down. He's realizing that he's letting those weird bounces in, and he's sort of maybe had an extra thought when the puck hits him to make sure that that one pops either in front of him or doesn't give up a weird rebound and doesn't end up in the back of the net.
15 minutes away from a JV state champion being crowned. Notre Dame looking to hold on to a 4-goal lead. Horizon has a little breath left, a little bit of life in that second period, and 15 minutes to come all the way back and shock the Saints. Lloyd out there with King on the draw, Young and Moore for the Saints out there as well. We're underway in the third period of the JV State Championship at Mullet Arena. Patch it off the draw, has it. Radamaki now stepping around a couple. He'll step into one, but that's wide. Goes off the back of the cage, and now Tomey with it. Sent ahead, but broken stick. Now Lloyd dances around one, trying to hold on to it, but can't. And Tamaki in on the forecheck. He takes down Hayes. Hayes backhands it behind. King racing to get over there. The Saint will get there first. Now Tomey going to chip it down all the way down the ice, but that'll be on goal to Williams. Williams, risky play to play it, but a good outlet pass nonetheless to Lloyd. Lloyd now with speed, trying to make a move, but it hops away from him. Looking to go through the seam, and this one will careen out to Patchett, who sends one through off the blocker up in the air. Rebound still loose in front, but it'll finally get cleared to the corner. Now a bounce looking to go the other way. Story with a chance, but he's knocked off the puck. Good defensive play there by Vitagliano. Now Lloyd in a foot race. Racing back to get it is Rafferty. No battle in the corner. Lloyd centers one in front. Chance in the high slot. Big save by Cope. Opportunity there for Marasigan, as this one will be brought in offsides. There's the chance in the high slot. Cope coming up big again. He's been very good tonight. 17 shots now for Horizon. Not getting outshot by a ton, but really that first period, kind of a blemish that's a little tough to erase. Looking to do just that in this third period. Zahn walking through. Perkis is leveled in the high slot by Allison Dice. Now Goads looking to go the other way with it. Ref takes a spill behind the net. Rafferty with it now up to the point for Drake. Drake taken off by Broker. Allison Dice back to get it. He'll advance it forward, but all the way down for Ricing.
Definitely not the first time that this official's fallen tonight. He had one this earlier in warm-ups. Not only do the players have to keep their blades sharp, but also the on-ice officials. But Horizon needs to keep this pressure on going into this third period. This could be their last period of their season, assuming it doesn't go to overtime or a shootout. Maybe that's what it's going to take to win this game. Like you were talking about, wonder if there'd be a golden goal.
Had the one earlier today, Jack Hughes. Here's off the draw. Story letting one go, but that gets caught up in traffic. Hayes now trying to fend off Milton, but Milton steps through. The outside now trying to throw one in front, but he's sent to the ice by Gramlich. Milton now slow to his feet. Horizon able to keep it in. Milton now back up, so play will continue. Notre Dame in transition. Chaplik with it, throws one through the middle. That's backhanded away by Milton. Now Wentz goes north. Gramlich racing back to get it. Gramlich coughs it up behind the goal. Good support though by Hayes. All tied up right on the side of the net there, but good cover by Ashton Cope to get a whistle. 12:21 remaining in the third period. Draw will go to the left of Cope now as Horizon is knocking on the door, but Ashton Cope is yet to open it for them as he has been perfect here tonight. Boyd to take the draw. They'll win it back. King tries to backhand it over, but can't find anyone. Back out to the neutral zone where Patchett will send it in deep. Moore looking to go get it. Sends across. Hayes now looking far side. Picked up again by Patchett, who will once again send it back. Horizon now looking to set up. Chance in front, but King can't find it. A good look for him. Perkis trying to go the other way, but he turns it over to Lloyd. Lloyd trying to send one through, but blocked by Moore. Second chance effort taken away by Perkis. Again, Perkis back in his own end. Hayes will move it forward. Horizon trying to send back in, and Lloyd will do just that. Sent across for Rafferty. Now held in at the point, digging to keep it alive. This one will come back out to the neutral zone. Allison Dice will pick it up. I'll back out once again where it's sent back in by the Huskies. And Allison Dice unable to keep it in. He'll send it in. Offsides, but Horizon will tag up and go back in on the forecheck. There's Sagan looking to the ice lot. Steal lets one go, but a big save by Cope with the paddle. I'm trying to send one to the point, but Allison Dice cannot keep it in. This one will come back to Horizon zone, but they will hold on to possession. Sent out north. No one there. Rolling puck will go the length of the ice for another icing call. Another great shift, or series of shifts for the Huskies as they're able to get some opportunities marked, but they just really can't find the back of the net.
I mean, yeah, and that's something irritating as a player, even a team as a whole. When you're getting opportunities and you're doing everything you can, you just can't capitalize on them.
Ashton Cope coming up with some monster saves. He has a 1.12 or 1.14 goals against on the season and 93.4% save percentage. Has arguably been the best player on this Saint team. Penalty coming. It's going to be on Notre Dame. Looks like Broker's heading to the box. He'll get 2 for interference and a golden opportunity for Horizon to open the scoring.
I mean, yeah, it's a hit like that. You take a couple strides. He doesn't have the puck. When you have the chance to think think about hitting him and you still hit him after he doesn't have the puck, they're going to call you all the time.
5-on-4 for the Huskies. Saints only have 2 skaters out there as they're a little confused. Perkis and Zahn will jump over the boards. One kicked out. He steps in to take it, one back to the point. Sent on through traffic, backdoor look as Brown had a swipe on it, but he couldn't connect. And this one will come out of the zone. Tagliano trying to get in there. Brown will end up with it. Will send far side for Lloyd. Lloyd across the blue line, down the right side, able to fend off one, but Hayes separates him from the puck. Brown able to keep it in on the half wall. Hemmed in there. Chance in front, sent just wide as King had a look at it. Again, Notre Dame able to clear. Minute 20 remaining on the power play for Horizon. And far side now, Brown with it. Jack Brown moving in, sent through the middle, kicked ahead. Lloyd will pick it up in the corner. Trying to throw one in front, but Hayes gets in the way. Hayes able to clear all the way down. Story now racing to get there as Patchett will have to hustle. He'll send it up the same side board. Brown now. Trying to send it in deep, but knocked off by Moore. Second effort will get below the goal line. Easily picked up by Rafferty, who has it now. Tipped out of the own. Story one-on-one with Ratchet. Ratchet takes the worst end of a hit, but separates his man from the puck and does his job there. Sent in. Williams able to paddle to the side, left behind the goal. Milton will pick it up with 20 seconds left on the power play. Milton down the left side, trying to find one in the middle, but it's off the Story and into Notre Dame zone. Just 10 seconds remain. Stretch pass. Here's the chance for Story the other way. One-on-one with Drake, but Drake gets in the way and breaks it up with the boot. Now Rafferty sent off the boards. Drake will send it right back. That's off of a Horizon skater, so it will be offsides. Penalty expires at the same time of the whistle, so unsuccessful for Horizon.
I mean, yeah, that power play wasn't much of a power play for Horizons. It was more in the neutral zone. At least from what I saw, it was a lot of neutral zone play for Horizon. They weren't really able to get it into the offensive zone and really get any shots on Notre Dame and Pratt goaltender.
Trying to do it 5-on-5 now, just over 8 minutes remaining. Have to start to make your move now or forever hold your peace. Allison Dice moved ahead to Brown. Brown off sides, and he'll send it in, so come back out to the neutral zone. Brown to take the draw now. Opposite him is Perkis for the Saints. One to the side. King will come away with it. Moving ahead, he'll take a hit along the wall and throw it on target. Rebound effort. Chance in front now. They can't find it. King still there, swiping away. Still loose in front, but it'll go to the corner. Wentz had a good look at it. Still with, though, he finds King, who can't get the shot off. Now Perkis going to try and send it all the way out. Excuse me, that's Mays. And Drake going to pick it up in the neutral zone. He'll chip it ahead. Tomey zips one far side. Haynes tries to touch it ahead, but can't. Sent back to Hayes now. Hayes goes over to Tomey. He fans on it. Horizon will send it in deep. Sent up the wall. Allison Dice can't keep it in. Still chip it forward. Back to the possession of Notre Dame. Young now for the Saints. Steps around one. They'll chase it in the corner with Allison Dice as they get tied up. Rimmed out to the point. Rafferty able to keep it in. Bramlich able to keep it in as well, but here's a chance the other way. Marasigan down the right side. Has help. Finds Lloyd, the trailer. Pulling to his forehand. Tries to let one go, but can't get it through the bodies. And Lloyd lays a hit below the goal line. Wellen now throws one in front. Puck bouncing. Still there. Another swipe at it from Lloyd. They can't find it. Again thrown in front, and it's in! Marasigan from the corner gets Horizon on the board. They trail by 3 with 6:30 to go as they try and find their way back into this game.
And maybe that's what it's going to take for this Horizon Husky squad to get back in this game. Sort of an awkward bounce like we're talking about. It's all it takes to put someone in, to create a new offensive. Oh my goodness. I'm at a loss of words. That was such a weird goal to go in from behind the red line and somehow find its way in.
Sometimes that's what it takes, Mark, is just an ugly one. Doesn't have to be pretty, but just have to find that breaking point, and maybe now the floodgates have opened for Horizon, but here comes Notre Dame looking for a response. Taken away quickly. This one will end up with Goads. Goads trying to get it out, but he can't. Behind the goal for the Huskies, hemmed in by Zahn. Now a high slot look. Perkis can't get it through. Stepping into it now, a chance in front. There's an opportunity for more, but he couldn't find it as well. Good response from the Saints, but nothing to show for it yet. Gramlich backhands it across. Rafferty racing back to get it. 5:45 remaining. Notre Dame trying to hold on to a 3-goal lead. Garvey on the backhand. Rafferty will pick it up in his own end. Moved ahead. Horizon trying to keep it in. They've fallen to the Saints in all 3 times they have played them this year. But maybe the 4th time is the charm if they can bring it back from 3 goals down. Sent out by Drake. Tomey will get a stick to it. He'll race back to get it. Tomey wheeling the net now. Sent on the backhand through the middle. Drake stepping up. He'll hammer it in. Milton offsides as this one will come back out to the neutral zone.
And if you're the Horizon coach, you got to be thinking when it's going to be time to call the timeout and when it's going to be time, because obviously they've got 3 more to go, so I expect they're going to pull this goaltender sort of early on in this 5-minute period. Jeez.
I would imagine somewhere around the 2:30, 3-minute mark is when you try and pull them. You have nothing to lose by pulling them, even though you are down 3. Typically, you only pull one down 2, but might as well in the state championship. Is that one is gloved by Williams from long range, and the 5-minute mark has eclipsed.
If you're on Notre Dame prep, you got to be thinking, you got to be watching out for that net to be open. And at that point, you're just sending it down the ice and hoping to get it on net.
Story kicked out. Can't find Hayes. And King can't get it either. Icing waved off as Tomey could have gotten there. Brown unable to corral it. Sent through the middle now. Chance the other way for Young. Young dances around one, trying to cut through another, but he's knocked off the puck. Now Allison Dice will chip it ahead. Sent back in deep by Tomey. Story had it momentarily, but hops away from him as well. Now Brown down the left side in front of the benches. Try and charge forward. It's taken away. And now Tomey with it. Story touch through the middle. Hatchet with it. On his forehand, trying to bank it ahead. Can't connect with anyone. Broker sent through the middle again, but once more, nobody there. Cope gonna play it, so no icing. Story trying to ham it around, but he doesn't get all of it. Now Gramlich will pick it up. Gramlich looking far side, can't forward anyone. Wellen racing to get there. Story might have a step. Cutting on the backhand, made a move around one, but just a little too much juice on it. Now up to the point for Gramlich. Gramlich trying to step around one, but can't. Here's a chance the other way for Rintamaki. Trying to get around Gramlich, but a good second effort there. Now Lloyd. Lloyd on the backhand. Throws one in front and it just squeaks past Cope into the corner. Lloyd thrown in front again. Net empty for the Huskies with 3 minutes remaining. 6 attackers out there for them. 3 flat now left on the clock. Goalie pulled for Horizon. This one going to go all the way down for icing. So Williams will have to go back in, and maybe you look to Andrew Lillard to take his timeout now.
He's thinking about it, but it looks like he decided not to.
Still has a good amount of time left on the clock, but need to go now or never.
I mean, it takes about 30 seconds to set up and score a goal, and so that's definitely more than enough time to sort of put 3 in the back of this net, maybe even 4.
They score! An unsuspecting shot from the point, but it squeaks between the wickets of Williams. And Notre Dame gets their lead back to 4 with 3 remaining, and they're feeling much better on the bench now.
I mean, yeah, instead of the goaltender dropping down to the butterfly, just goes straight down his knees, which leaves that 5 open, wide open. Unfortunately, Notre Dame Prep's able to capitalize on it.
Through traffic, and it looked like a late drop there from Williams as he saw it late. 5-1, the score for Notre Dame. Horizon maybe looking for one last-ditch effort here. This one will come back out to Tomey. Marked down by Story with a high stick. Young will touch it first, and this one will go back into Notre Dame's defensive zone. .226 remaining. Notre Dame in the driver's seat. It was a dominant first period for them. It's been 1-1 since that first period in the last 30 minutes, but ultimately it just hasn't been enough for Horizon, and that early hole that they put themselves in, they haven't been able to dig their way out of. This one sent all the way back. Williams going to play it. He plays it far side. Young going to step into it now. Moore walking in, bottom of the circle, trying to shovel one on, but it hops away from him. Wentz streaking down the left side. Over to the middle and can't connect there as he was looking for Rintamaki. Moore sent ahead. Coming down the right side now is Story, trying to make a move around Wellen, but can't. Now Rintamaki will back into head. Big shot from the point, but that'll go wide from Rafferty. And a minute 40 remains. Allison Dice, he takes a bump. Pushing and shoving behind the net. Perkis posted in front. Moore will reconsider. Backhand look to Perkis, but couldn't corral it. Now Gramlich thrown on. That's off the skate of Wellen. Second chance effort still there. Williams gonna hop on it and get the whistle.
Looks like Notre Dame prep is, they're still putting on some kind of pressure, but it looks like they're almost just trying to get possession of the puck and maybe hold it for a second, get it to the red line, dump it. Just try to kill this clock.
Minute 23 remaining. They're firmly in the driver's seat, up 4 goals. Perkis will be sent off the ice, off the draw. Broker will win it back. Up to Gramlich now, thrown one on off the boot. Now into the corner, thrown in front. Still there, Williams gets a pad to it. Second opportunity there, smothered by Williams. Time slowly ticking down for the Saints. The number 1 seed entering this tournament, taking on the number 2 seed. That's not the theme you should keep in mind for the rest of the day. All 3 games are in that same situation where it's a 1 versus 2 seed matchup. Notre Dame, the favorites coming in to this tournament as that 1 seed. Only lost 2 games all year. And we're not going to be denied in the playoffs. Had to come out with a close win against Flagstaff in the semifinals, a 2-1 win last night at the Ice Den. And a couple weeks ago against Desert Vista, won 7-0 in an easy victory for them in the quarterfinals. And now a dominant state championship performance with just over 30 seconds remaining and a 4-goal lead. Hayes will take it behind the net. Just going to be content to let the time tick down. Ticked out. Tomey now sends it in deep. Patchett going to get it. Final 15. Sent down by Horizon. Cope just going to play it back for Hayes. Final 10 on the bench. A short-staffed team that has dominated all season long. And from a program with rich history, Notre Dame's 2 for 2 and are the champions of junior varsity. What a win for the Saints. They claim the first state championship at the Division I level and do it just the same again at Division II in a 5-1 victory. In dominant first period. Mark, what are your takeaways from the Saints' performance tonight?
I mean, they played this game like they did any other regular season game or any playoff game they played this season. It was domination. They were full gas pedal or full foot on the gas throughout the whole game. They never let off. And it was an impressive victory to say the least.
One of the shortest rosters in JV, but so much talent. A lot of bright futures on that squad. You have to give props to Horizon in the way they responded in this game. Horizon trailed by 4 goals at one point, and they dug themselves a hole, but did respond quite well in the second and third period. Split the second and third 1-1, but ultimately it just wasn't enough for them. But what a season they had. 16-4-2 on the year. Nothing to be ashamed of. We'll await some awards. The MVPs is definitely a handful of options you could pick from Notre Dame. They'll shake hands again. Officials shake hands as well. The typical post-game activities will commence. Which Andrew Lillard and Kenny McGinley talking now. And they'll be the ones to give out the medals, I believe, to Horizon. Great season from them.
Number 6, Brady Wentz.
Now Notre Dame's turn to receive the medals. They'll have the MVP announced as well, who will get the Golden Warrior stick. That has become a tradition here in AHSHA. A couple of picks that could be. You look at Beckett Olberg, who had the opening 2 goals of the game, and also between the pipes, Ashton and Cope, who was really the backbone of this team all season long. Either of those great picks. But a well-deserved victory for Notre Dame as they claim it 5-1. And a dominant performance in the first period and an excellent game all around from the Saints.
66, Hank Stewart. Number 71, Joanne Hayes. Number 73, Jack Curtis. Number 81, Bennett Rafford. And number 90, Pierce Trevor. And now it's time for the
Out.
2026 JV playoff MVP.
President of AHSHA, Kenny McGinley, to give out the golden stick.
The winner will receive a Golden Warrior hockey stick to commemorate their fantastic playoff performance. The 2026 playoff MVP is Ashton Cope.
Ashton Cope will claim the playoff MVP in 2026. Only one goal allowed in 3 games by him. Came in Flagstaff last night in a 2-1 win. Excuse me, 2 goals allowed, 1 tonight and 1 last night in 3 games. What a performance from him. What a season from him as well. And a well-deserved MVP award for the most outstanding player of these playoffs at the JV level. Now Captain Dylan Young will go get the AHSHA Cup. He'll have his picture taken. And Notre Dame will host their second trophy of 2026. What a season for Notre Dame as a program to claim 2 state championships, but not only that, they'll have an opportunity for a 3rd state championship in just moments. Their Division III team will also have a stab at it, trying to go 3 for 3. That's what Pinnacle did last year when they went 3 for 4. The only time that's ever happened, and for it to happen in back-to-back years is remarkable and shows just how strong those 2 programs are.
So on that note, as the producer, I'm going to let you sign off, and then we're going to kill this stream, get everything kind of reset, let them cut ice, and we will be back on this channel in hopefully about 10 minutes.
It's 1 game down, 3 to go in this marathon of a night. Dr. Ben, I've been Easton's Dr. Mark Gutowski down at ice level. Dr. Ben here to my left. 5-1 the score. Notre Dame claims the JV state championship. They'll have one more opportunity. Don't go anywhere. Same channel, different link. We'll be back Division III after this.
Yeah. Campo Verde. This our year, make it clear. Lights flash, there's a night, green and gold glow. Ice cold focus, but the blood run hot though. Blades cut clean like a line through fate. Every shift said checkmate. From the first puck drop, we were locked in tight. No fear in the crease, no blink in the fight. Coyotes creeping silent in the zone. Then we strike fast, trophy coming home. Crowd loud, hear the echo in the rafters. Hard work now, history after. Scoreboard pressure, but we don't fold. D2 crown in the desert gold. Feel that fire in your chest. Every test made us the best. All season long we built this claim. Now the whole state knows the name. We howl at the moon, champions rising, green and gold, no compromising. Campo Verde, hear the sound. D2 state, we run this town. Raise that banner, let it fly. Desert wolves don't ever die. From the ice to the sky, we own the night. Coyotes win, that's how we fight. That's how we fight. Hit hard, skate fast, pressure on blast every practice. Built the moment that lasts. Defense locked down like a steel trap door. Goal light flashing, crowd wants more. Line change quick, chemistry tight. Brothers on ice in the heat of the fight. Power play lethal, penalty kill strong. All season proven they got it wrong. Doubt it good, that just fed the flame. Every headline, remember the name. Campo Verde carved in the slate. D2 champs that stays. COYOTES, no regrets, we bring the stress. Green, gold, hear us roar. Stay
us right here to who we are. Desert wind, hear it cry, coyotes banner touching sky.
This ain't luck, this is grind. Hard and hustle intertwined. When the final horn call time, history hit its prime.
We howl at the moon, champions rising, green and gold, no compromising. Campo Verde, stand up proud, stay true. Oh yeah,
Raise that banner, let it fly. Legacy you can't deny. From the ice to the sky, we own the night. Coyotes win, that's how we fight. D2,
E2,
Campo Verde,
breaking through.
Desert Howl,
Hear the sound,
State Champ.
we hold it down.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Campo Verde. This our year, make it clear. Lights flash, desert night, green and gold glow. Ice cold focus, but the blood run hot though. Blades cut clean like a line through fate. Every shift said checkmate. From the first puck drop, we were locked in tight. No fear in the crease, no blink in the fight. Coyotes creeping silent in the zone. Then we strike fast, trophy coming home.